The first thing to be aware of when you're trying to raise your press profile is how busy journalists are. So it's really important not to just send a catch-all email or press release basically telling them about who you are and what you do. It's really important to have a key message to get across. So first of all, think about the kind of press you would like to get. There are many different ways of doing it. So you can be a case study, you can be a media expert who gives comments on news stories, you might just get your product reviewed or mentioned. There are many different angles, and the most important thing is not to try and get them all across in one email or press release, but actually aim, perhaps for one or two and a key message that is crucial to your business. My first tip for attracting the attention of the press is writing a fantastic blog that showcases your knowledge and your skills in your field. This is a great way to attract the attention of journalists who cover your sector. So follow them on Twitter, tweet whenever you've written a new blog post. Make sure that if they've written a relevant article, you comment on it on Twitter and perhaps draw their attention to your blog once again. So whenever you've written a new blog post, make sure that you create a buzz around yourself and bring it to the attention of relevant journalists and publications. And of course, if you're not very good at writing a blog, get someone to do it for you so that you don't miss this fantastic opportunity of getting good press. My second tip is to network, and to network generously. Journalists, of course, themselves are big networkers and very well connected. So make sure that you attend relevant business networking events in your area and in your sector. Get yourself out and about and meet as many useful, interesting people as possible. Swap business cards, but also follow up on those connections. So, send them interesting contacts, interesting articles, things that you think may be of use to them, so that they stay in touch and they think of you the next time a journalist says to them, do you know anyone who'd be a great spokesperson for this article I'm writing on this particular subject? And hey presto, you have some good press. The third way to get press attention is by making direct contact. So send an email or a press release to publications, websites and freelance journalists who cover your field and highlight your expertise in your particular area. Let them know a little bit about your product or service. Be brief, be concise, but let them know which areas and issues you would be particularly appropriate to comment on. Another point is the subject line of your email. However much your business is your baby and precious to you, you need to think about how to make it of extreme interest to a journalist and therefore to the reading public. So in order to attract the journalist's attention, use the subject line to say something compelling. So it could just be the one new product that could change your life or something similar. As you flick through a publication or look at a website, you may think, I'm perfect for this. They need to hear about me and my product or service. But the thing is, if they've already featured something similar recently, they're not going to be interested. For example, if you're a hat maker and they've covered hat making 2 issues ago, they're not going to be looking to cover it imminently. However, the most important thing is to make contact, to make them aware of you, and then maybe follow up a few weeks later with a new angle, a new point about your service or a new story, and keep following up. Develop a relationship with that publication or website so that they know you, they know what you're good at, they know what you offer, so that at some point the opportunity will come along and they'll think of you. My fourth point is to become a case study. So it could be that you set your business up in a unique way. Maybe you set it up with your best friend, your worst enemy. Maybe you had a eureka moment that led you to invent the product that you now sell. Whatever it is, have a look at the publications and websites that interest you and look at the kind of case studies they need. Keep an eye out for journalists and publications looking for case studies. So they may use the hashtag #JournoRequest or something similar on Twitter. Keep an eye out and you may just get the opportunity to be a case study in the publications that you want. My fifth tip for getting in the press is to write a book. Write a book about your area of expertise. First of all, do some research and find out what else is out there. What will make your book unique? What will make it of interest to the kind of publications and websites that interest you and that cover your sector? How can you make your book compelling? What is the promise and do you deliver? There are many ways to look into this, and there are many ways of getting help with this. One is by going to the professionals, so a company like The Book Midwife can help you get your very best book out there. So it's not just any book, it's a book that will get read, will sell by the bucket load, and will get you into the press that you want. Send an email or short press release to the publications and websites where you want to get coverage for your book at least 4 months before publication, so that they can time their coverage to fit with your publishing date. It's really important to do this because publications don't like to look behind the times, so they won't want to miss your publication date. My 6th point is don't forget local press. If your company is active in your local community, this should give great opportunities for human interest stories, which are the lifeblood of local press. So partnering with local schools, mentoring job seekers, perhaps helping fundraising for charities, all of these will give great opportunities for your company to get some good press with local publications. Invite local press along to any events that are newsworthy, but also if you have a good digital camera, take pictures yourself and send them in with your emails about your recent press-worthy events, making sure that you caption pictures. This will give you a far better chance of getting your newsworthy event into the local press.